Alright. Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Leo. Once again, we're back at it. With our protein chips. Okay. Good for your health. If you're gonna eat some chips, at least make it good. At least have some things that you need in them chips, except for carbs, you know? Anyways, first of all, if this is your first time watching me, thank you for coming up. Thank you for new viewers. Thank you for old viewers. I'm very grateful for you. Today I wanted to really quick talk to you guys. And I came on and I got on as soon as I can because it's a lot that I want to talk to you guys about. So today I wanted to talk to you about the unknown. And I kind of want to stretch this topic because it goes deep. Okay, we think about the unknown, we think about what? The shit that we don't know about. Literally, the definition of unknown is not known, unfamiliar. Okay, so you're thinking about all the shit that's unfamiliar, you got two reactions. I think I already talked about this. When you're thinking about things that are unfamiliar, there's two reactions. You're either going to be curious about it or you're going to be fearful about it. And those are the two reactions. And so a lot of times we are falling into fear because we fear the unknown. We're scared of what we don't know. We don't know what it is. So, it's like something completely new. And then I think there's that fear that we have with something completely new because the way that the mind works, okay, the way that our brains work is it consumes all this information and it categorizes it and then it runs on processes. And so it doesn't have to do so much work, right? As we get older, we try to simplify our life as much as possible so we don't have to do so much work up front. And when we are encountering something new, there's always going to be the nerves, the fear, the shaking, whatever, the angst, whatever the feeling is that you feel. There's going to be that feeling because you don't know what to expect. Just think about if you start a new job. The first day on the job is like, man, I'm about to meet a bunch of new people. You're either excited or you're like nervous. And you're probably feeling both, you get that feeling in your gut, the butterflies. It's a good and a bad. It's just a sign, okay? And it's interesting as we're talking about the unknown throughout this next couple weeks, because this topic is going to go deep. You'll see me here on IG. Of course, these videos are going to be posted to YouTube. You're going to see me here on IG every Monday through Friday at 12 o'clock. Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Central Time. That is when I'll be on here, okay, live. So, I'm talking about this, and we're just going to go deep because we have to. We have to. There's some things that need to be uncovered, and I'm going to talk about them. So, first of all, when we're talking about the unknown, like, this goes deep, but let's talk about the unknown within us, right? Because I feel like whenever we're starting anything, whenever you're going to start something new, you got to first take some accountability, okay? Especially when it comes to growth. And this is the whole purpose of why we're talking about this, because if you're watching me, you should be on the mind track of how can I develop a growth mindset? How can I grow? Okay? If you're not on that mindset or you're not trying to get there, you need to get the fuck off my life because I'm not fooling with you. Okay? I'm just being real. This is how it is, okay? This is a growth track. These are the things that you need to do to grow your mindset. To grow your mindset is to grow your soul, your individual being, and it's going to help you, okay? So when we're talking about the unknown, we're going to look within ourselves first. The unknown can be connected to, okay, whatever you believe is God. Your spirits, your guide, your God, whoever you believe is God. Okay, now let's break this up real quick, because God is not one fucking being. God is not a man in the clouds, okay? God is not that. God is two energies. I'm gonna just lay it on you right here. God is masculine and feminine. That's why we got both. It just is what it is. God is light and dark. That's why we got both. It is what it is, okay? It goes deep, but don't overthink it. It's simple. You ever heard that saying where it's like, it's simple, but it's not easy, right? That's how it is. That's kind of how life is, if I'm being honest. It's simple, but it's not easy. So when we're talking about the masculine and the feminine, though, right? Let's look at the mind, because this is my personal belief, and you can take it on if you believe it too. But like I said, God is not a man or a woman in the clouds. God is not man or woman. God is both. And God, it resides within us, right? It's this motherfucking thing right here. It's the conscious and the subconscious. That's what's guiding us, right? So the conscious is your fucking ego. It's the person that you know yourself to be, the person that other people know you to be, how you interact in your social situations, how you interact with, just externally, right? The subconscious, this is the programs that I was talking about. This is this is the shit that we download. Okay, so you know how when you're first born, and not even before you're born, right? When you're conceived and you're in the belly, and they say that baby can hear what's going on in his environment before he's even seeing, and can know what the fuck is out there, right? So it's like you're already consuming before you're even born, and that shit that you're consuming, right? That is you're constantly consuming something. And with repetition, constant repetition, you're going to download, pretty much, you're downloading your core beliefs, right? And those core beliefs, that's the subconscious. The shit that you think about on a daily basis, that runs in the back of your mind, that you think about, but probably are not completely aware that this is happening. This is a lot of times, and this is why this is going to get deep, because we all, as a fucking society, I'm talking about America, okay? Everybody in this fucking country has some form of trauma. Male, female, masculine, not feminine, goddamn he, she, them, theys, all these labels, all these transgenders. I'm not talking shit. I'm just being real, okay? Everybody in this country has some form of a trauma. And with, with the fucking trauma, all this trauma, of course we're getting stuck in our heads. The shit doesn't process right? And then, so we're taking these things that are repetition in our lives, and, repetition, the way the universe works is you speak of something, you get more of that thing. So the more you do it, the more you get. It's like production, literally. And I'm looking at this in the lens, and I really like the job that I have now, y'all. Repping BRP. My job is really awesome. I never thought I would see myself working in a factory, but now that I'm working in a factory, it's interesting how I can compare how we run our production compared to how the mind runs its production, right? So it's also like how you make a baby or something like that, right? I don't know if I'm like speaking too fast or going too much, but like I'm gonna try to slow it down, but I also have to be cautious because I only have 30 minutes to get all this shit out today, right? So with what I said though, right, the masculine, the conscious, that is the part of us that is always doing and consuming, okay? That's the part of us that is the action taker it's like the actor is the mask. The conscious is the one that is going. It's like the material handler. This is how I said it. Because this is the person that has to go and find the parts and bring the parts and label the parts and put the parts in sight. Like this is reality. And then the subconscious, the feminine, is the one that is developing the part. Wait, what did I say? Hold on. I wrote it down. Hold on. Sorry. The feminine is the one that's receiving the parts. So this is why I also say, okay, this is why I also say that I don't like all the labels that we have in society now about him or her or gender, I guess, because we all have masculine and feminine energies within us. You know, this is what I'm talking about. The conscious and the subconscious. This masculine and feminine energy. It just depends on which one's stronger for you, you know? And just because you're a woman doesn't mean that you have to have feminine, like only feminine energy. Like, you know, I consider myself a pretty feminine woman, but I also think that I carry a mass amount of masculine alpha energy. Like, you know, I'm just that bitch. But, you know, not trying to talk me up. I'm just telling you that we all have masculine and feminine energy. And the masculine is the one that is pretty much giving, producing. It's the one that's doing the act. Okay, the one that is labeling and consuming, and then the one that is receiving, planning, processing, developing, producing. Did I say that right? I think so. That's the feminine. That's the subconscious mind, and like I said, this is where we store our deep beliefs. Now, when we're talking about our deep beliefs, this is not just the things that come up, the first things that come up when you're thinking. Usually the first things that come up are, they're not the first thing that we say, okay? The things that we think in our mind are never what we say out loud. And I cannot proceed with you if you do not agree, because if you don't agree, you're lying to yourself and you just need to go. I'm just saying, okay? The things that we think in our mind are never the first things that we say. It's always we think something and then we say something else. And that's because of the society that we live in. All these fucking rules, all these labels of how you have to be if you're this way. And then we're putting ourselves in a box and then that's keeping the subconscious closed up, okay? Now, let me tell you why I'm talking about the subconscious and the unknown, because I already said that if you're watching these videos, you're on the mind track of trying to grow. You're trying to develop your mind, and that's the way that you're going to do it. You have to get out of your comfort zone and into unfamiliar situations in order to expand your mind. The longer you're staying in comfort zone and this is how it is and this is how it always has to be, is you're in a fixed mindset, and you know, and it works for some people, and you don't have to change if you don't want to. But I'm talking to the people who want to grow and develop their minds. You know, I'm talking to the people who are sick and tired of being in the same broke ass situation, and they know that there's something better for them out there. That's what I'm talking to. So if you know that, that's what you feel, that in your fucking soul, these words are touching you, bro, then what you need to do is look within, okay? Within is the unknown. The more you look within, the more you're going to see it without, you know? They say so within, so without, or something like that. As above, so below. And that shit is not a fucking joke, okay? This world tries to make these deep, what you say, Damo said, put me on this philosophy a while back, and it stuck with me ever since, on God. Oh, hey, that's what's up. But, I was trying to take that word philosophy. People take these philosophies and these theories and these religions and they've made it into a fucking joke now. And all this shit, like, this world is half-ass backwards. It's not even half-ass anymore, bro. We live in completely motherfucking backwards. And people think this shit is okay. And it's not, because, every day that you don't take yourself serious, you're not taking your fucking self serious. And you can't tell me that you're taking yourself serious, because the first sign that you're not taking yourself serious is that you don't fucking follow through with the shit that you tell yourself. Now tell me that you take yourself serious if you follow through. Now, I know I'm talking about fucking follow through every now and here and there. I'm talking about consistently following through. Every fucking day, follow through. Okay? You have to follow through with the shit that you tell yourself before you're gonna expect somebody else to take you serious. And man, this shit is gonna go deep because I just got so much to say, especially around like people, y'all be hollering, nobody's respecting me, I need some motherfucking respect, but you don't even respect yourself, bro. The fuck? Like, women, you showing your ass, shaking and twerking and shit, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? But there's a certain setting that you do it on, and it's not displayed on the fucking internet, okay? Maybe every once in a while, but if you're doing it for thirst traps on TikTok, bro, you gotta question yourself. Why are you doing this? Like, for real. And that's the whole thing that we're going, like, this is why we're getting deeper here. Because, in order to grow your mind and expand your mind, you have to question the shit that you do. You gotta question, why do I do this shit? Where did I pick it up from? And do I still believe in the shit that I'm doing? And if that doesn't align with where you see your future going, the growth that you see for yourself, it's time to switch it up. It's time to change. We gotta do something different. We gotta do something better. We gotta do something else, motherfucker. Even if you don't know what it is that you need to do, something else. Drop the shit that you're doing right now and immediately do something else, okay? So, I also wanted to talk about how it's important when we're talking about developing your mind and we're thinking about the subconscious. If I didn't explain this good enough, please leave in the comments. Like I said, this is going on YouTube, so comments, questions, I got you. I will go as deep as you want me to go. I'm just going as deep as I think that is appropriate right now. I will take it there. Just let me know, what do you want to know, okay, about the unknown? Because it's gonna be this whole month. This is what we're talking about. The fucking unknown. Because I'm unveiling some shit about this fucking society, and some shit has to change. And the more that's unveiled, the more awareness that we have. Awareness equals change, and the more awareness that we have, the more change there's going to be. Because you're going to get to a point where you realize you know better, and now you have to do better. And if you don't do better, then you in a fixed mindset and you ignorant. Like, I can't. That's just what you are. You just sucks to suck, my bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but like, the more, like, once you know better, you do better. And I don't know who can stay ignorant like that, but like, in my mind, it just automatically, like, better, and it's like there's this kind of pressure that's on you, like, man, I know I'm not supposed to be fucking doing this, and I know this and I know that, like, man, like, I gotta do something else. Like, if I want a different result, I gotta do something else. Doing the same thing and expecting a different result is insanity. Insanity. I think that's the word. So, yeah. I got a little distracted off of what I was trying to say, though. What I was trying to say is, you want to revisit your subconscious mind often, and you're gonna question yourself. This is not a one and done deal, okay? This is a motherfucking life journey. This is going to go on forever, especially if you're coming from some place where you're broke as fuck. Your mindset's broke as fuck. You're depressed. You're anxious all the fucking time. You don't feel good about yourself. You're constantly hating on yourself. The shit that you tell yourself is not the shit that you would tell your daughter or your son or your friend or your sister or your brother. Shit, maybe it is. And if it is, why do you do this? Why do you speak hate? Why do you speak fear? Why are you so scared? These are the questions that you're going to have to constantly question yourself. You're going to have to constantly pull it up. You're going to have to constantly look at it if you want real life change. It's not a one and done. Okay? So I just want to say that. And then I also wanted to say, it's important to do this constantly because you also want to be aware of the shit that you're playing and seeing. Okay? When we're talking about the subconscious, we're going to get into this because this plays into shadow work. But when you're talking about your subconscious and you're actually trying to develop a growth mindset, you have to be very diligent and pay attention to the shit that you're consuming. Because everything leaves an impact on the subconscious. You may not think that it was that big of a deal, but just because your eyes saw it, you consumed it. And because you consumed it, it is now stored in your body. In your back of your mind. It's stored there. And the more that you consume something, the more is being stored in your mind. And so the more that your programs are going to run the way that they've been running. And so, if you want to switch it up, you also have to switch up the shit that you're seeing, the shit that you're listening to, the shit that you're eating, okay? You got to switch up everything. You have to change it all, okay? If you want a growth mindset, growth means to change. You have to change who you are. And it don't have to be this one big ass step. It's actually never going to be one big ass step. It is the tiny steps that you take daily in order to do something better for yourself and for the community. We're all here to serve. So that's that. And then also I wanted to say that your mental health, this is another reason why it's important that we're talking about this, because our mental health, I would fucking argue if it's more important than your physical health. Because if this shit up here ain't right, physically this body ain't finna be right. And no matter how much you try to disillusion yourself, you could have the most fittest motherfucking body, but if your mind ain't right, it's not there, this is illusions, okay? This is illusions. What we see right here, this is 5% of what is actually existing into this world. We're going to get into that. But this is just 5% of what we actually see in this world. And so you can have the fittest body, like I said, but this is what really matters, okay? This is the connection. This is the heart of the fucking mind, body, and soul. For real. The mind. The mind is it. So that's what I would argue, but, I would argue that, but I'm going to say that your mental health is just as important as your physical health. They go hand in hand, okay? If you're not taking care of yourself mentally, then what's the point of working out, for real? I just don't get it. But also, okay, I just also need to say this really quick, because a lot of people think that they need to go to a therapist and they need to talk about their problems and they need somebody to hear them out. There is literally no fucking point in going to a therapist if you're just fucking talking and not implementing what that lady is or person is telling you. If you're going just to express how you feel and you're not taking the lesson out of what you're saying, you're not listening to yourself and listening to that lady or that person, and you're just fucking expressing, there's literally no point. You're wasting your money, okay? I'm telling you right now. There is no point, because the same shit that therapist is going to do for you, you can do for yourself, okay? I know this because this is what I have been doing. I have gone to therapy a couple times, yes, and I'm not knocking it for anybody. But if you can't afford it, you damn sure can afford to work on yourself. Okay? It's either you afford to work on yourself or you sacrificing your health because your fucking health is the new wealth. You're sacrificing your wealth. You're sacrificing your God-ordained wealth, okay? I gotta go, y'all, because I gotta go back to work. But, I try to keep it quick, simple. This will be, y'all gonna catch me tomorrow. We're gonna come back for round 2, boy. But for now, peace out. Bye.